Hi, my Libras. Welcome to your May 2018 reading. And first, I want to remind you that these reads are general, so it might resonate and might not resonate with your situation. So if it doesn't resonate, the message is not for you. Second, these readings are good for your sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. Okay, so let's start talking about the major astrological events. Okay, so I thought I saw it, but when I pick it up, okay. So anyway, so the major event is Uranus. Uranus is coming. I mean, it's already here, but Uranus is moving towards Taurus. It's moving into Taurus now. And that means it's going to move towards your 8th house now. Before Uranus was in your 7th house. And 7th house is, well, the house of partnerships and relationships, business or personal relationships. So Uranus was in your 7th house before, because I think it was into Aries, and then it's moving now into Taurus. So it's moving into Taurus, so it's moving from your 7th house to your 8th house. So it's kind of like giving you that freedom in a certain way of leaving behind what has done and changes that perpetrated in that 7th house of relationships. So you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You guys were, since like 2011 at least, having issues with partnerships, business, relationships, love life. Why? Because Uranus was giving you that stability, chaos, giving you that sense of freedom of, you know, learning something new when with your relationship. So now is going to move towards your 8th house, which is the house of other people resources. It deals with your taxes, with states, wills and states, inheritance, hidden assets, insurance. It has to be also with the occult, the physical, and deals with sex. Yes. So, all right, my Libras. Let's look at this. So it kind of like something that you learn in this last seven years was to have that desire for learning about yourself a little bit more when it comes to relationships, your autonomy in a relationship, either personal or business, right? You were not really happy. Every relationship where you had opportunities, don't tell me you didn't. You had opportunities, but you were not in peace really with the relationship. You don't feel that emotional fulfillment with the relationships. So that's what's happening. But now you learn, like, okay, I'm alone now, but I'm okay with it. And then you were still healing from the relationships that hurt you in the past. So you being hurt and then healing from it and wanting to be with someone else. But it's like this ping pong effect, right? Like, okay, I'm trying to heal, but I have this one and have opportunities with this one, but it didn't work out. It didn't feel like it was, it's not really about compatibility, but it was about you with yourself trying to recognize that you can be alone in your own, that you don't need to be in love to feel loved, because you need to love yourself first. So the thing is, now in your 8th house, is going to, I'm just warning you, it's going to go back to your 7th house between November 6th to, I think it's April or March of 2019. So in that period of time, I think you need to apply what you learned already. So if you want to start a relationship with someone, just make sure that you know that maybe you're going to go back to the same ping pong effect when you go back to retrograde, when Mars, you know, kind of like goes retrograde. So, I mean, yeah. So then you're going to be put in the same situation. So now, how can I say, you have a, let me see my notes. Yes. So you're going to have changes when it comes to your 8th house. And, you know, you might have to deal with settlements. You might have to deal with anything that is besides your paycheck. Even when it comes to your partnership, you know, your partner, like that is extra money coming in and whatever. So you might have an extra income in it. You might have, you know, stimulating money matters for you. So if you were having issues even in business partnerships, this is going to get better for you. There's a full moon also in your 8th house. So new beginnings, new things going on. Maybe there is a way that you going to find yourself in stuck maybe in 2 directions, especially when it comes to your love life. Because I said you're going to be in a ping pong thing. So for my Libras, if you are initiating with someone this month of May, just reminding you that you might not feel like this is the love of your life, since all these planetary changes are going to come, and then once it's going retrograde, and then it's going to move to your 7th house again, and then you're going to be like passing through the same thing. Now you're going to have to learn how to apply, you know, what you already did during the last 7-8 years, right? Like it's all about you and focusing on you, and, you know, finding out what it's really that makes you happy in a relationship. What is that you're looking for? So, also, I think that it's very positive for you, the full moon in the 8th house. There's a completion of things that it might have not been good for you. Now there's new opportunities and new beginnings is going to start from once the full moon is done towards the new moon. So there's new things coming. Okay, so also because the 8th house has to be with sex, you might have many intimate encounters with people, and you may be trying to experience new things, you know, different things. The good thing is like you having direction and you going for what you want in a certain way. And then we have the 6 of Wands, and this direction where you're heading to, right? Whatever you are doing at this point, either in a relationship or in your 8th house, which is about your money matters. So this is basically saying that you will definitely be recognized with the 6 of Wands. You're being recognized by all the job you've been doing. You're finally going to feel like people are not avoiding you, but telling you, oh, that's a great job. You did a great job. So you're going to feel like your job is going to be recognized. And if you've been holding on to resentments and things going on with you, like you're feeling like you can't let go, it's going to be the time when you're going to let go or whatever that has been bothering you, because I know you being with this 4 cups type of energy where you like, no, being distracted. You have the offer in your face where you're like, no, thank you. So the 3 of Wands in reverse. The 3 of Wands in reverse is pretty much telling me that you are stuck, or you will be stuck. But you know what? You could have that key right there in your hands if you want to. So, and this Hierophant card also telling me what I was just saying about sex and new things going on in your intimacy. Hierophant in reverse is saying something that is not going to be traditional. So you might start having relationships that out of the normal traditional society point of view thing about how it is. So the relationship, you might experience new ways of connecting with people, connecting with a girl, connecting with a boy in a relationship, like new things, sexually experiencing new stuff, right? So they might start working for you, like it might be great for you, but remember, after a while you might be disappointed of it, and it's going to be only working for that, not in love, just for sex matters, right? Because you stuck. You waiting for something to happen, waiting for something to get better, and you are probably feeling like, okay, I'm gonna let go of all this resentment. I'm gonna let go everything that has been hurting me. I am not gonna hold on too tight to any relationship or any person or any situation or my job and whatever. You're going to feel, okay, things are going great. People are paying attention to you. You're going to deal with bosses that are going to see how amazing your work is, and you're going to feel that way. But when it comes to Mars, Mars is going to be here on May 16. It's going to be in your 5th house, which has to be with your romance and fun, right? So you're going to feel like you want to promote more pleasure and fun. So you might want to start doing new things, doing new sports that probably bringing pleasure to you, maybe not only in the intimacy part that you're going to be experiencing, but all this stuff that I think you're going to be interested on. And obviously, I think that this month you might be very interested in anything that has to be with intimacy, be successful at work, having that knowledge that people really recognize what you're doing and feeling great with what you're doing. Now finally feeling, wow. But it's something that it's something that you're distracted about. And I see this 3 of Wands reverse with this. And I feel like you might kind of like, listen, we have the Father of Cups reverse. And when I see this, it's like I say, maybe you're going to be more, attractive to new things, experiencing new stuff, right? When it comes to your love life. But it's not going to be, it's not something that is going to last. It's going to be great for May. You're going to have a lot of opportunities, but things are going to change in June, maybe around half of June. But when June comes, then I will talk about it. But let's stick with this. So things might be great, but you are not going to accept the cup in a certain way. You're not going to look at the opportunity like it's your future at this point. Like later on, you might feel like, okay, but I did this, but I don't feel there's compatibility, because you're going to be dragged back to your 7th house again. So now you're going to be in that mode again. So Venus is going to be here on May 19, but Venus is going to be in your 10th house. 10th house, where you're going to feel validated. Like I said, your bosses and everything. So this is your 10th house. Your 8th house, it's about someone else's resources. Your 10th house, like I said, you're going to feel validated. So here we go. Venus is going to bring you that support, is going to help you for your authorities and bosses and everything you work with, and even co-workers, to see and recognize your value, okay, when it comes to your professional status at this point and what you are working for and the projects you're doing, right? When it comes to intimacy, it might be that you are having great ideas and new ideas that are out of traditional, how you putting your projects into work, and is, you know, is going to call people's attention. So that's great. But when it comes to love, okay, everything is going to be great when it's, you know, sexually, you know, attraction here and doing things, connecting with your partner or other people. If you're single, or with your partner, something new is coming up. But then you'll be like, oh, if you're single, especially if you're single, if you're in couple, then it's not applying for you. But if you're single, you might not even get the cup, or you're just not going to take the cup because you're like, okay, this was great, but it just didn't fulfill me yet. So you're still trying to, you know, get the right relationship for you. So when Father Cups over here comes in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse, we have feeling like you feel like your feelings are literally controlling your life, and I feel like you kind of feeling confused about relationships, and I think you need to start taking charge of your emotions. Maybe you need to, you know, make distance to whoever you're going to get involved with, because if you get involved with someone on May, I'm going to tell you straightforward, sex is going to be great. But emotionally, you're going to be very confused, because you might feel like, okay, this was great, but this is not fulfilling me. And then you might need to break up and just break up and move around, move away and stay away so you can regain control of your emotions again. Because you need to make decisions. You might be dealing with someone who's a Gemini, and maybe this person you already know, maybe someone who is going to be entering in your life. And if you are with this person, then this doesn't really apply to you, because this is more for singles. If you couple, I see just that, you know, you guys are going to have fun, because you have Venus in your fifth and your 10th house, but then you have also Mars in your 5th house. Mars in your 5th house is going to bring you that action. So you will have that action in promoting pleasure when it comes to your intimacy. So it's great, you know. So I know most of you in your relationship will be like, oh, it's monotony and stuff like that. But now it's not going to be monotonous, really, this month of May. So, but you feeling confused. If you're single and you're passing through this, yes. There's a lot of times when we like what we have, and then suddenly we're like, this is really what I want. It's just, I'm confused. Do I really want to be with this person, or is just this energy of the Hierophant reverse, when, you know, things are different, intimacy is crazy, it's new bonding, but does it really make me feel like I'm in love with this person? Right? So you guys will have that fun, but then you'll be put in this situation. You might be dealing with someone who is a Gemini, as I said, or maybe an earth sign or water sign. Yeah, but directly strongly with Gemini, by the way. It could be either any sign, to be honest with you, any sign. But you, at the end, you're going to feel like this King of Pentacles entering June. Why? Because when it comes to your financial matters, you're having that push, you're having that motivation, you're having that stimulus in your money matters. So you're going to have it. You're going to have your career going on where you're going to be recognized. So you're going to be like, woo, I'm a King of Pentacles, where everybody wants to be around a King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is someone who is methodical and planned and well thought, always use the well thought approach, is practical and find the solutions. And everyone is going to be trying to be around you because everybody wants to hear you and listen to you. And it's like, he's the guy who knows the solution because he's very methodical. So you will have this card with direction and this card of success and direction, where you're going, where you're heading. Maybe, you know, you use a different type of non-traditional way to approach your projects and stuff. Now it's going to bring this blossoming thing for you in your career. And in love, well, we're still learning. I know, I wish I could tell you it's like you're going to find the love of your life, but you will be with someone, or you are with someone, and it will be a lot of action there. Just make sure that you don't get too enthusiastic too much. Just like control your emotions, because it will put you a little bit out of control with your emotions a little bit. And since you're going to be pretty good in your career right now, try to keep it, you know, stable there. But you'll feel like a winner, definitely, with the King of Pentacles. And people are coming to you to ask you for advice and try to talk to you. And, you know, I know some of the people before were annoying you and they were ignoring you and they were not giving you the recognition of your work, but now is going to happen. So, good. Good, my Libras. So, I wish you much love, much light, a big kiss for you, and I'll see you. By the way, this is how you're going to feel at the end of May, entering June, with this type of energy, okay? Anyway, so make comments. Make comments, please. I need to know you here around, because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep the monthly in English. So please make comments, share, like, and make any questions. Just, you know, be nice. Don't make general statements of hurting other people's, you know, signs, like, oh, the signs are like this, you know. Don't do that. You can comment all you want anyway, but just, you know, let's be nice to each other, and let's bring positivism and help each other in the best way possible. So I see you in a mid-month. Ciao, my Libras. Love you.